We finally found the drafting studio. We finally did it. I was losing grim. I was being grim hope. Big sad. I stopped recording. However, we found the drafting studio. Okay, and we have 2 rooms left. Okay, so there's only 2 rooms left. You are more likely to draw unusual and rare rooms when drafting. So Larry, adding this to my draft. Okay. Now, I have an experiment going, which I have not drafted a single red room, which is insane. But all of my doors now are blocked by security doors, which I unfortunately have to end this run here. But we did get to the stupid room we were trying to find for the longest time. We finally got there. Let's see if we can have a future run. Bless us with this new room we found. Also, we have 1 more room left in the drafting studio. After that, that room is useless. Resuming one day 165. We have a new room. We just got finally from the drafting studio. Of all places, the room I was looking for was not a secret code for a room that we already have. No, it's one that we had yet to add to the draft pool. Clearly, my wishes are not helping me in any of these scenarios. Maybe they're accumulating the power to build something much grander that I have yet to even foreshadow seeing, but only time will tell. I'll get my magnifying glass, and then let's go out and see if we can find this new room that we just drafted. So then, we also have more letters to find. Are those letters in safes, or are they not all in safes? That is something I need to figure out. Find out, stumble upon. Till then, we need to go through the house. Too bad there wasn't a way to retire a floor. Like, for instance, if I found the drafting room again and drafted my last room from it, too bad there wasn't a way for me to remove it from the draft pool. Get a couple of keys. This is my favorite dead end, especially getting early. I'm so glad I upgraded the 2 keys. 2 keys is so nice. It's so nice. Why does that sound familiar? And is that relevant anymore? I wanted to find the mailroom for some reason, but I don't remember. Oh, there was an experiment for a letter. Yeah, that's irrelevant now. I guess I take the observatory. This will get me stars, and we're 1 away from being able to use stars as rerolls again. So if we don't do the thing we want to do this run, we can most definitely do it next run. Back to the other side of the house, we get a hallway with a locked trunk, 2 trunks in the entrance hall. So we really want to find some type of smashy doodad, whether it be the hammer or the morning star. Gems are in the blue box. The true boxes are both empty. The false boxes are both true. That doesn't make any sense. The false boxes are both true. Something can't be false and true. The gems are in the blue box. Just pretend that's true. Just pretend that's true. Drawing room. I love the drawing room. Probably one of the best rooms in the house. And it comes with a free gem to pay for itself. West wing, spare room. Let's take the spare room. Going up, find a gym. The garage. I don't want to take a dead end though. That with the way the house is looking at currently. Let's go back down. Let's build these up. See where we can go with those. From the entrance hall, we got the dining room. Unfortunately, I can only use one of the doors. Great hall, I can utilize both doors. Passageway, 2 gems, but the door is blocked by a security clearance. We are looking for the new room. Metal detector, sledgehammer. Going back to the chest and the trunks, and then we can go up through the hallway. Also, if the metal detector picks something up, I know what doors to unlock. Double key. Anything in here? Anything in here? Here. Alright, back to the entrance hall. Smashy smash me. Get some gems. I know there's some chests, more coins. Where does this door lead us? Bad. All kinds of bad. I used to think this room might be cool. Maybe it's still fine. But boy, we're pulling a lot of red rooms now. Hello, doggies. Who's a good boys? Yeah, hello. Hello. I not only get a bonus key, but if this door was locked, it is now unlocked. Let's get... I could get a hallway, but no, No, I need something that would go up. Let's get a green room. We don't have very many of those. Yeah. There is. Okay. You are more likely to draft unusual and rare rooms when drafting. Or I could take a cloister for an extra door. I really want to see what's in this solarium. I have a door here, but I think that's a security key. Oh, did I? Also, I could just take the cloister for doors. I think I'd rather do that. As sad as that is, that was not a security door. Okay. Moving on up. Or I can take a tunnel. Weird, but I'm gonna take the tunnel. Gives me a dig spot. And then if this was unlocked, if it was locked, it's unlocked now. I was trying to avoid the dark room. It turns out I found it again. Oh, do we go back and try to find the utility closet? Maybe. I want to draft from the cloister. Can't draft from the cloister. There's a security door there. Just giving all kind of coins to the shamble today. You're really making me go archives here, are you? Aren't you? I guess we go weight room. Maybe we find the dining hall. 27 steps. It's a big cost. Well, there's the breaker backs. Turn the dark room back on. Did we get security this run? I don't think we did. Let's go back and see what I can pull from the dark room. Guess we can get this door while we're here. Security goes into the foundation. And that's definitely better than a dead end. But also, security is what I needed for the keycard room. To disable. Okay. Guess that means we want more? We're missing 3 gems somehow. And a microchip. Wait. Oh. No, we didn't pick up the microchip. That makes sense. So we want security level to be high. Then we want the offline mode to be unlocked. Because basically it's just free keys at this point. I gotta be very careful about my steps though now. We have 2 gears at least. Is that it? I think so. So it'll be this door and like 1 more. Or is that how that works? Or we'll add 2 more doors. Okay, Rumpus room isn't bad. Also random. It would help if I knew what the new room gym cost was. It's 1. So one of those might have very well been this new room. Now we know for the future that I can gamble at one cost. That is not a good sign. I am almost out of keys. This is, however, good. I like this. Okay, we're looking for... Ooh, that's a late coin purse. Drafting studio. Okay, there's the last of the drafting studios. Okay, just get it back-to-back runs when I was looking for it forever. Why not? You know, add this to the floor plan. We get the last one. Does that mean this room is dead? Is this room useless to me now, besides just being a room? Maybe. There is a pawn in here. Which is irrelevant because this room is extremely hard to find. I see you. Select. Alright, where are we going? What am I doing? Commissary. Is the... Oh, and passageway. So there is 2 doors down here. However, without the dining room, I don't think I'm going to have the steps required for me to get down that far. Because I have to go through the house this way, go up this way, and then go up this way. I guess it's not that far. But I do need a few more steps along the... Of course it's locked. Yeah, I am running out of steps. The drawing room is most likely, unless I find the dining room, to be all for this run. Watch this be locked. Called it. Yeah, 7 steps. Which would put me in the parlor. Calling it a day. That's a lot of steps to grab a microchip, though. And the only room that benefits from it is the trading post. Maybe I stop doing that. That does take 4 steps extra just to grab it. And back to the house. Alright, so that's... What are we trying to do? We're trying to find the new room we drafted with the other new room, just to see what they do. I mean, I'm fairly certain I understand what the other bedroom does. But I am still kind of unclear about the new green room we just added. Also, I would like to find the required rooms to change my chess piece out. Do something different. Which is cool how they made a puzzle room variable like that. You can keep changing it. Freezer? Wow. Pick in the pool. Ooh, the storeroom isn't bad here. Get 2 keys and a gem. And beyond. Hallway going through the house. Wish I didn't need to drop the chapel, but here we are, trapped in the chapel. Using one of my shelters. Breakfast nook to go up. Not gonna lie, this dead end and then this going up is kind of perfect for this area. Observatory goes up and we get the benefit of infinite drafts. Well, not infinite. We still have to limit it to 50. It's the number of stars. But now I can just infinitely reroll into the new room. Do we want it here though? It is a dead end. Let's just grab the spare room. Find a shovel. And go back to the West Hall. And then maybe now we can find it. This might be a stretch. But I do kind of want to find this room. Oh, that was the dormitory. I was hasty though. Gotta slow it down a little bit. Maybe I don't need it necessarily right here. Maybe I just grab the garage for keys. Then also if we find the car keys, we can come back into here. Bedroom, passageway. I don't have any gems. Hallway is fine. Let's remind myself, does that new room need gems? Needs one. We will eventually need to find more gems unless we get lucky and don't draft anything more with gems. There we go. That's a good find. Oh, and we found the car keys. Wow. Back to the garage. See what's in this baby. Greenhouse key and a lockpick. Okay. Maybe I use the greenhouse key in the morning room if it's locked. Because that would guarantee me at least one door, maybe two. And then also this unlocks, it does guarantee me two. Okay. Because this will also unlock the anti-chamber levers. Wait. Hold on. Which way is this pointing? The clue to the signal? Which way is that pointing? Is that relevant? It's pointing south. Interesting. I ask this because the clock tower notes I have the clue starts south. And I just find that interesting. I just find that interesting. Alright, let's continue to look for the new room. I do like the drawing room. Let's pick that. Have to use a key. Each time you enter a dormitory after drafting a architect room, you gain 10 steps. That's kinda cool. Does it give you 10 right away? Probably does not. That is interesting. Maybe I take it though. See how it works. Architect room, huh? I'm gonna redraw. That is an architect room, so it does work with the classrooms. That is funny in the fact that a dormitory, a classroom, school, like all thematic. Alright. We also have the armory here, which is no gems to buy. Might as well get it. And I don't need to buy anything yet. Use a key. Let's redraw. Showroom. The showroom, you say? I don't have money for that. Redraw. Parlor gives me key gems. Darkroom gives me options. Redraw. Into a great hall. Okay, we'll take the great hall. See what we get here. Nothing good. Really nothing great. Passageway requires... Okay, we can take the gift shop. No. Security. Sure. Parlor gets me into the antechamber. Also, the office is needed to reset. Also, the pump room. The office is needed to reset the chess puzzle. Parlor gets me into the antechamber. And a couple more gems. Gems are in the blue box. Gems are in this box. Does the metal detector tell me what box they are in? No, that's a key. Okay. Gems are in the blue box. The gems are in this box. This statement is of no help at all. So it's either in this one, and this statement is helpful, or it's in the blue box. And we have two keys. Wait, it can't be in this. It can't be in the blue box because all three statements would be true then. But that's false. Oh wait, what? No help at all. The gems are in this box. The gems are in the blue box. If the gems are in the blue box, then all the statements would be true. Right? Blue box. I guess even if the gems are in this... I guess even if the gems are in the blue box, this statement would still classify as being helpful because it's false. And it gives me a clue that the gems are actually in the blue box. I see. And I can actually draft off of the anti-chamber door. I keep on forgetting that thing pops up. You have a rumpus room. Also a walk-in closet. This loops back to the Great Hall, though. That's dumb. I shouldn't be able to have to unlock that door from this side. Whatever. Rotund. Takes all of my gems, basically. But if I want to avoid a dead end, I kind of have to do it. Closet, kitchen. Redraw. Patio. Old air. Yeah, that doesn't matter because I can actually rotate that. Get more gems. We do need more gems. We have shovel. Vendetta and kennel. Kennel is free. Doggy doggies. Doggy doggies. That one's eating. Let's re-roll. I really want to see the new room. Wait, never mind. Let's just get the sauna. Oh, broken lover. I'm probably gonna end up using all of my stars in this run, huh? This is unfortunate. But I am making that choice. The cool thing is I can rotate this again. Because I don't need this anymore. And I have access to the foundation now, as well as passageway. Needs gems. There is. Alright, I said I wanted to see the new room. We're doing it. Ooh. And there's a box puzzle in here? Flowers. Pretty. Wow. Well, I wonder if this was red and we changed it to blue because I am the BluePrince. So much to look at. Dig spot in here. Alright, so we got a box puzzle. We have a hat. We have some letters. Mr. Nogula. Anna wanted me to remind you once again that it is expected of you to keep the grass in the cloister cut and the tree trimmed. I have a feeling you may have forgotten how to open the cloister wall again. So to save you some stern words, I decided to draw you a little diagram to help you out. Who knew? Maybe this time it will stick. Cloister grounds access. While face to face with the angel, press the base of the two pillars on either side of you. What? While face to face with the angel, press the base of the two pillars on either side of you. Dude, I swear I looked up and down at that wall. What's this yelling at me about? Okay, well, maybe he's yelling at me about this. So we're looking for green in the corners. Green doesn't do anything. Except switch. I get a reset. Interesting. So I need this to switch. Oh, that just pushes yellow down. Okay. Alright, I don't fully understand. Oh, there we go. I understood something enough to make it work. And an allowance token. So apparently there's a note here that tells you how to open the cloister grounds. And apparently it's a button. There's a button on it somewhere. Interesting. We have no gems, so this very well could be it for this run. At least in terms of what I want to try to do. However, we have the commissary. So maybe I can use my steps to go back, buy some gems. We are getting a lot more steps now. Is that impassable? No, it's not that impassable, but maybe I can connect myself to the hallway. Oh, a security room. Ew, okay. Oh, we got back. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, we need gems for that. I'm trying to make this easier on me so I don't have to use steps. Of course, you can have the door go that way. I was just using so many stars here. There's the cloister, but I need... There we go. To get back to the commissary. There is gems in here. And a sledgehammer. Okay, to the den? To the den. Maybe we can naturally find and redraw the cloister. I don't think steps are going to be anything, but I haven't been in this room yet. It does give you +10. That's good to know. Why is there a drafting strategy in here? This is a different book. This wasn't in any of the books I saw before. That's a green duck. That's the mascot of the green rooms. Borrowed from the pristine white pages of academia, the mechanical world is a rugged industrial space marked by the symbols of the gear and stained with the grime of heavy machinery. These floor plans prioritize function over aesthetics, and the design of each mechanical room reflects this focus on efficiency. These rooms serve as the... Sorry, I got distracted by the random door. These rooms serve as the command centers for estate operations, housing the control systems that keep everything running. Controls the water flow, breaker backs, controls the electricity. Three-way rooms split ducts 3 ways. Boiler room is known for a power source. Did you know drafting from a door that is steam powered will increase the likelihood of drawing rooms with ducts? No, I did not. Oh. Nothing better exemplifies setting yourself up for tomorrow as the expense of today than freezer. But drafters who may not want to totally abandon their current day progress will be pleased to know there are a few clever ways to manipulate frozen assets. Enter a furnace or sauna. After drafting freezer, will then thaw any frozen gems or gold you are carrying, and you will once again be able to use them. However, if you so wish to account to carry over the next day, you will have to refreeze your assets by re-entering the freezer. Warning, if furnace is drafted within a few ranks of the freezer, then the temperature will start rising and everything will melt, including your assets. If the temperature gets too high, refreezing will no longer be possible. An architect who loves a challenge inevitably ends up drafting a few puzzle rooms in their house. These floor plans marked only with a single These floor plans marked only with a single enigmatic... What is that word? Enigmatic. These floor plans marked only with a single enigmatic jigsaw piece lack accompanying text and explanations, as if to suggest that even understanding the room's function is part of the puzzle. Some puzzle rooms, like parlor or billiard room, become increasingly difficult as you solve them, evolving over time as you progress. So this clarifies what I was assuming about the freezer is correct. That is really cool, actually. That's the puzzle. Why is there a chest? Why is there a chessboard in here? Just random. Okay. Oh, and a key. So what? Do we make my way back to the cloister? Did that need a key or a security card? Rumpus room. Okay, take the rumpus room. Get some coins. And cloister. 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 I was just gonna use all of my gems, my rerolls. I do have a few more doors I can try. Sorry, stars. Cloister. Cloister. Vault. Casino. Vault. We do not have the vault key. I guess we'll have to just get it on a different run. Let's get this casino. I'm reusing way too many stars, and I don't like it. This should get me enough to roll a 20. Keys? No, nothing. Okay. It's basically like keys. If I end the day with extra keys, there's just poof into the atmosphere anyways. So it is what it is. Alright. Cloister. Cloister. Doing a couple more. Cloister. Draft Studio is useless. Cloister. 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 Workshop. Attic is free. No. This does something for me. Because I have hall pass. I don't remember what it was. Smash the chest. Alright, cloister. Okay, I'm gonna end the day with the break room. And we'll hopefully get the cloister in then one of the next few runs. Use so many stars. I did find the room I wanted to find. I got the note I needed to get. That's good enough for me. Oh wait, we have a sauna? That was a surprise. Pleasant surprise. What outdoor room do we want? Plop. Schoolhouse? No. Let's still trading posts. We can worry about everything else later. Right now, I just want to get into the house. Hopefully find the cloister. Breakfast nook. Get key and bacon and eggs. Going through the house. Finding a gallery. Gives me an item and some gems. It gets a den, which allows me to go right and left. As well as provide me a gem. Morning room. Oh, none of those go up. Blah. I'll take the gems. And we'll salvage that by having a storeroom. Okay. Let's go back and get the other side of the house before we get too high up. I do want to know what this room is, so I know if I can draft a dead end off of the entrance hall. What a waste. That was a really bad roll. I needed, wow. Not any of these. I guess I don't need to go back to the entrance hall then. I can just draft something off of here. Like a nursery. That's not bad. Let's go back to the entrance hall. Gift shop or observatory? Gift shop has 2 doors. Into the parlor room. Sure. Ooh, a coin purse. A false box contains the gems. The black box is true. The black box is false. This one's gonna have to take some thinking. A false box contains the gems. The black box is false. The black box is true. If the black box is false, okay. Alright. If the black box is true, then that would make this true. Then that would make the only false box blue. The blue box. Bingo! Corridor. Let's go grab the shop room. Armory. Sure. Just buy items and then trade them for later. That costs 8. Okay, that's fine. How much does this one cost? 8 as well. Spare room, sure. No item in spare room. Commissary. And a sledgehammer. Ooh. And a sleeping mask. I think we're set on steps though. That's not good. Key card. That's fine. Bedroom. Cloister. Chapel it is. Cloister. Cloister. Foundation. Cloister. Take a mailroom for tomorrow. We have security key. Cloister. Green room. Green room cloister. Cloister. Courtyard. Dining room is cool. It's not a cloister though. Cloister. Conference room is nice. It's not a cloister though. Alright, I couldn't have actually asked for better rooms to be honest. But this is rank 20 or gyms. Alright, office is good for resetting the puzzle. And I need to find the study. I will take the attic. Key, broken lever, gem, battery pack, coupon book. Something. Utility closet. Feels like a waste. Mainly because I already have a key card. And key card. No cloister. Dark room. Using the night shields on the dark room. Finding the gem. Something else? That's huge. Pool room. Pantry? Sure. I doubt we'll find the cloister up here. Coat check. Maybe? We'll have a lot of stops. I don't know why I did that. That was kind of useless. Oh, but it does go to the anti-chamber. So maybe it wasn't that useless. Security. We got a couple more doors over here, but that's it. It's locked. This is not. Library going up. An apple. Casino does nothing. Workshop might do something. Right, I also need to take a picture of the page for the music puzzle. Which means we need to find the music room again. Also, there's an S. Of course, I couldn't unlock it. Alright, let's go to the trading post. And maybe we can craft something good. Like the power hammer. Can we get the power hammer with everything that we have? We can. I would like this in my code check. I'm not done with this item. How do I get to code check? We have power hammer. It's now in my code check. Let's go and see what we can trade. Also, we could make the lucky coin purse. That's okay. To the outside. How do I get outside again? I have to go up and around to get down. And let's trade some items. Key card. Coin purse. Car keys. Do I have car? I have car. I have car. Key card, silver key, night shield, silver key. Running shoes, running shoes. Compass. Running shoes, running shoes. So many shoes. It's like I'm trading down. I don't need running shoes. Magnifying glass. Salt shaker. Magnifying glass. Compass. Silver key. Dice. Yeah, like... No, this doesn't do anything to me anymore. At least not this run. Couldn't find a shovel. What does the car give me? It would be an upgrade disc, so that would be incredible. I haven't seen one of those in ages. Did I put a coin in the fountain? And bah. It's treasure map and a secret garden key. Both kind of irrelevant, especially since the treasure map mostly gives me gold, which my run is over and I don't have a shop like the casino to spend that gold at. So we're just gonna call it. I do want to get the tomb, and then if we get the power hammer, there's a wall I want to check in the tomb that looks very... This was a good package though. I can't complain about this at all. A compass, coupon book, and two keys. That's kind of unreal. The outdoor room gives me tomb. I did say I wanted the tomb. Okay. Let's see if I can get that power hammer. So we're looking for clock tower, power hammer, cloister. Which the power hammer is in the coat shack. Parlor for gems or key. I'll take early key. Find office, parlor, or bedroom. I'm gonna go with the parlor. That gives gems. Yeah, I have to solve a minor puzzle, but that's typically okay. The other two boxes are empty. The other two boxes are false. The white box is true. So it would be in the black box, because if the white box is true... Oh wait. The other two boxes are false. Which would make this false. So the white box would be false. The other two boxes are empty, which means this is the true one. Okay, good. We got that. Going up through the den. We have an interesting house today. I need a right door. I would love a right door. Chapel qualifies, as annoying as it is. I haven't found a single coin yet. Speaking of which, going bedroom. Bedroom into a greenhouse. You are more likely to draw green rooms while drafting. Okay, let's get the greenhouse. That will help me find the cloister. That would help me find the cloister. Any items in here? Just the gems? Okay. Not trying to be greedy or anything. I just thought, you know, you would have an item. There's the cloister. Okay, while facing the statues. While facing the statue. Okay. Well, now it shows up. I could have swore I went all... Oh, I never actually swiped on the actual pillar. That's what happened. I just went around. Why did I think that would have done anything? What does this do? There's no flowers in here. Oh, did I have to hit both? Do we even have a shovel? Does this do anything? I assumed that you would be a button. Allowance token. Mr. Nogula. If you are reading this, it seems day has finally come, and the cloister is at long last getting some much overdue maintenance. I have left you a literal token of appreciation to serve as positive reinforcement, which should grant you a bit of extra spending money each day while working on the estate. We have learned from other dealings with your predecessor that it is much cheaper in the long run to be generous. Mrs. Babbage. I thought for sure the statue would be interactable. I guess I was wrong. What about the trees? Well, we made it inside. That sadly did not do at all what I thought it was going to do. I thought I was going to get a sanctum key. Well, I'm kind of stumped. So I guess let's go and find the walk-in closet. Shovel, hammer, nothing. Nothing. Of course it's nothing. This run is seeming grim. You are more likely to draw unusual and rare rooms while drafting. Sure, why not? No item. Music room. Yeah, it's a rabbit's foot. Okay. Looking for a cloister. Not cloister. It's coat check. Grab the hammer. At least something can come out of this run. As much as I would love to take the mailroom, I'm looking for the coat check. Always pet the doggies. I don't have a shovel. I have to use a key. Patio. That's a lot of gems I can spread around. Alright. Key card is gonna block me, which means this run is over. Unless there's something at that cloister door I can interact with or go through. But I really need to take some time and think about what I need to do, how I need to do it, because right now I'm just kind of wandering around aimlessly through these runs, and I really need to get my thoughts together. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to think about... Yeah, that's the security door. I'm going to think about what I need to accomplish, and then we'll come back to some more blueprints.